Hello everyone and welcome to Siriana Tarot. This is a singles new love reading for Libra. We're going to look at the kind of love you're ready to experience now based on the growth you've already done. Take what resonates and leave the rest. Clear messages, advice, and guidance for my Libras, please. All right, we have Gemini energy coming through, the Lovers, so a really strong soul connection here. What else do we need to know about this person? All right, the Six of Swords. This is somebody who is definitely going to bring you peace. All right, I love that. They're viewing you as the Page of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sag. And the connection, we see the Three of Wands. Okay, so there could be some sort of distance or travel involved here. But the Three of Wands is also an energy of, this is what I've been waiting for. All right, so we see the Ace of Wands. It feels like this is somebody completely brand new. Now, Libra, this is going to be an extremely sexy connection. All right, but I think it's because you're also just really in alignment. The Lovers card tells me that this is a soulmate, possibly twin flame connection, but regardless of the connection, it's like you two complete each other in the most harmonious ways and you balance each other out. You both prioritize balance and harmony. All right, this person could be a Gemini, or they may have Gemini placements. All right, the thinkers, the communicators of the zodiac. But they're also very grounded with this Knight of Pentacles energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. They're generous. They know what they want. They're hardworking. They're committed. They're dedicated. I feel like they're stable and secure. And we see the Six of Pentacles in reverse. This is somebody who has been disappointed in love, or this is somebody who understands how difficult or how detrimental it can be to be in a connection where there isn't balance. So I do feel like this person really does prioritize balance and harmony. Now, your person may also be really working towards or working through some sort of challenge when you meet them. So they could be just stabilizing their finances or their health, or they could be in the midst of a transition or some type of move. Now, how my Libras are going to be feeling, we have the Hanged Man, Pisces energy. So you're going to hold back, you're going to watch, you're going to wait, you're going to look at the details. You're not into rushing into anything. You want to make sure that you're investing wisely, your time, your energy, your love, your money, your resources. And I feel like you're in a very awakened energy, but again, you're not in any real rush. And not because you don't feel attracted to this person or you're not interested in this person, but more so because you've learned that rushing usually isn't a good idea, right? Or hasn't given you the outcomes that you want. I also feel like your person doesn't want to rush things. Again, it's not that you both don't care. It's not that you both are kind of nonchalant about this or like whatever happens, but I kind of just feel like you both are on that same timeline. All right, like you both have learned that rushing doesn't really give you the results that you want or you need in a relationship. Now, don't get me wrong. There's passion, there's attraction, there's excitement. So it's not that this is going to be necessarily a slow moving energy, but I feel like I'm just more picking up on maturity between the two of you. All right, so let's see what else we need to know about this person. They could be a Scorpio or have Scorpio energy in their chart, or just embody this energy of being fiercely protective and loyal. They stand strong in their convictions and can sting if needed to defend their position. We also see that they may be a business owner here, Libra. They invest effort and creativity into personal fulfillment and wealth. Ooh, we get strong Aquarius energy. So we get Gemini Aquarius. So this air energy is going to really connect with you, Libra. With a highly developed intellect, this sign is the pioneer of ideas. They're engaging communicators. Now, we do see your ex. That's not going to be for all of you, but that may be confirmation for some of you. And just so you know, when I'm preparing for these readings, my intentions really are that this is somebody completely brand new. But like I said, for one of you, it could be an ex. Some of you, they've experienced loss and they're in a period of recovery, and that makes sense with this X energy coming through. So they may be, you might meet them as they're recovering from a difficult connection, or they could be a widow or a widower, or something along those lines. The Six of Swords, though, tells me, I'm hearing we come in peace. That's an old school reference, but I feel like with the Six of Swords here, this person really does, instead of destabilize or dysregulate your nervous system, this is somebody who brings you peace or adds to your peace. And the Six of Swords is a slow moving, steady, sweet energy. All right. So this person has a lot of love to give, but again, they're not going to be boring. And it's not this, I don't get this feeling of somebody, dragging their feet, right? We see other involvements. Now, for some of you, it could be their ex, okay? Like they're healing from that person, or somebody doesn't want to let them go. It could also indicate here, Libra, that this person does have other options, or there are other people that are after this person's attention or their affection. All right, we see this is going to be a real pleasant surprise for you and for them. And we see ginger energy. So now this person could have reddish or auburn hair, but this, we have to take the messages as they resonate. And this could be somebody who loves to cook with ginger, drinks ginger tea, loves ginger cookies, uses ginger in home remedies, things like that. And for some of you, we have short hair. Now remember, these really specific messages are not going to resonate with all of you, but they will be confirmation for some of you. All right, so we see that this person, I feel like this person is very sexy, very attractive. They've definitely got it together, even if they're working through some sort of disappointment or challenge. And they could be a small business owner who's suffering right now in the economy. All right, we see sudden wealth. Yeah, some of you, this person, they're working to pay off debt, or they're working to reach some sort of financial goals. They could have also had some sort of, if they have their own business, I feel like they've experienced like a dip in how much money they're making. Again, it might just be due to the economy that we're in. Okay, they may have had some bills. Maybe they were medical bills or things having to do with their house or their business that popped up recently. Expectation. Some of you, this person, they've been waiting for you, or they've been waiting for someone just like you. All right. Some of you too, they're waiting for some sort of payout, an inheritance, insurance money, something like that. And we see main female. Now, my readings are not meant to be gender specific, but some of the cards that I use are. This is somebody, regardless of their sex or gender, how they may identify, we see that this person's ready to step up. They're ready to step up. They want to step up. So even if there are other involvements, it's like nothing that's super interesting to them. But with you, Libra, it's different. They want to give you their heart. They want to make this work. And we see a gift. So this person's love language could be gift giving. They may feel like you're a gift to them, right? Like the universe brought you to them right at the exact time they needed you. All right, let's see what else we need to know here. What else do my Libras need to know here about this person? Or how will they be able to identify this person? Okay, they could be vegetarian, or they're a healthy eater, or they really care where they source their food from. They grew up in a better than average household for some of you. They've been extremely hurt by a loved one in the past. So we saw your ex in mourning. So I feel like this person has been through, some sort of betrayal or some sort of heartache, some sort of major loss here having to do with another connection. And this person may wear jewelry, especially rings, maybe more than 2 rings frequently. This can also indicate somebody here who has been married and divorced. At the bottom of the deck, we see they might have lighter skin. So again, a specific message. That's not going to resonate with all of you, but it will be confirmation for some of you. Now, Libra, they're seeing you as the Page of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sag energy. They're seeing you as fun, exciting. They love the way you dress. They love the way you present yourself. They see you as confident. Okay, there's this joy and wonder about you. They know this is going to be fun. They know it's going to be sexy and sensual as well. All right, we see the Three of Pentacles, so they may be around you in some capacity. You might know this person through work or through friends or through, out and about in the community. But the Three of Pentacles here tells me this person sees that you have the same values, that you want the same things. And we see the Judgment card energy in reverse, but they might be a little bit nervous that they can't fully trust their judgment because it looks like they've been burned in the past or in their last relationship. This person might also be waiting for you to make a decision about work or about moving or about a third party. All right. And I also feel like this person might really worry, Libra, as well, that they don't stand a chance. They like you more than you like them. And we see the Ten of Swords. Yeah, so some of my Libras, you might also, the Ten of Swords, you might be dealing with your own hardships here, whether it's financial or emotional. You might also be in a period of loss or mourning. Some of you, this could be an ex, but like I said, it isn't for all of you. But I do feel like some of my Libras, you're in that hanged man energy, you're holding back because you're also healing from some sort of heartache, betrayal, or personal loss. And again, that personal loss can be emotional, it can be physical, it can be, or you're in recovery. So it could be emotional, it could be physical, it could be financial. All right, so this person might be worried too that you've misjudged them or that they can't fully trust this, but they definitely feel this really strong attraction and really strong pull to you instantly. What else do they really admire about my Libras? What else do they really admire about my Libras? Oh, companion energy. So they're very attracted to this. They see you as loyal, tenacious, and unselfish. They see you as the perfect companion, or at least perfect for them. And we see networker energy. So they see you as somebody who enhances unity through the sharing of information, engenders social awareness and empathy. So they love, they might like your friends. They like that you're social. They like that you're socially aware. They like that you're always sharing information, whether it's online or like when people ask you for help, you're the type of person to like, oh, I know somebody who can help you, or let me give you this person's contact and they can hook you up with a job, or, help you, get that loan, or, tell you what are the best restaurants to go to in that area. All right. So they love that energy about you. And we see athlete. So dedication to transcending physical limits, including handicaps, development of personal willpower and strength of spirit. So this person is very physically attracted to you, Libra. They like the way you take care of yourself. They like your habits. They like your discipline. They see that you feel like you don't not do things because you feel like you're at a disadvantage. You're always willing to try. And they see you having strong willpower, and they see you having strength of spirit. So just being strong-willed and just generally a strong person. Disciplined is what I'm hearing. They like that because I do feel this person is also quite disciplined. Now we see the Three of Wands. This may be exactly what you're waiting for, Libra, or what they've been waiting for. But this can also indicate some type of distance or travel involved with this connection. It can also indicate some sort of third-party interference, which obviously could be other involvements, but it doesn't have to be. I mean, third-party can really be anything, right? Responsibilities, bad advice from friends and family. It can be distance. It can be work, different work schedules. All right. So this connection builds upon wisdom you've already earned. So the purpose of this connection, Libra, is to integrate past lessons. Yeah. And it's the right connection at the right time because you've healed, because you've been transmuting. And we see that this connection reveals what has been unspoken or hidden, allowing honesty to create clarity. Okay? All right, and balancing independence and intimacy. Again, I do think that both people here really, you both really prioritize balance and harmony. And that's because you've experienced the contrast or the opposite. So this connection asks you to hold space for selfhood and closeness equally. All right. And this connection invites emotional openness. Courage is required to stay present. And this connection remains alive to what may unfold. So this is telling me that there are endless possibilities, but the choice is ultimately going to be yours here, Libra. All right. What else do my Libras need to know about this person who sees you as the perfect companion, loves the way you conduct yourself, is excited to take a risk or a leap of faith no matter what the obstacles are? What else do we need to know about this person or this connection, please? We see twin flame recognition. So you know this soul that mirrors your own. Some of you do already know who this person is, or they know who you are, but you two may mirror each other in a lot of ways. I do see your values are in alignment. You conduct, you know, the way you conduct yourselves or you show up in the world is very similar. Yeah, there's this energy of self-love. Love yourself first. A lot of my Libras, you are also in the process of healing something or up-leveling, whether it's emotionally, it's physically, it's financially. Stay in that energy. This person is so attracted to that. And we see a rekindling. I can't move away from it, you know, and like I said, my intentions for these readings, Libra, are that it's somebody completely brand new, but we see an old flame return. So it may be somebody you have a history with here. But this card also for me indicates it could be a past life soulmate connection. So there's a sense of familiarity about this person. And we also see bonding, Libra. So as you get to know each other, you discover many things in common. Yeah, and how compatible you really truly are. I actually think there's going to be a very strong bond here between you, and it's body, mind, and spirit. All right, so let's see any important dates or times for my Libras, please. Any important dates or times? It's not too late to make changes. Some of my Libras, you are in the process of up-leveling something. You may be cutting someone out of your life. You might be cutting out bad habits. You might be hitting the gym. You might just be disciplined, focused on your own health and wellness or your career. So keep doing that. That's going to bring this in even quicker. And we see the month of October. So some of you are October Libras. Maybe you met this person, broke up with this person back in October. Others of you, it may take between now and October for this to become something solid and secure. But Spirit is assuring us here, Libra, that this is something that's going to happen this year. All right, my lovely Libras, I'm going to leave it here, sending you love and light. Take care.